always wear like full hijab? For me, it was like a gradual step. I think like some people, they've seen my video from like 7-8 years ago where I was like, you could see my earrings and my hijab was like a bit looser. Like, I mean, it's like grown and changed and developed, and I've gone like really far into my hijab and then come back a little bit. But have you always sort of had this kind of style?
Well, I've always pretty much worn the same hijab. Like, this is the only hijab that I wear, pretty much. If I can get different colours in this hijab, I might consider it. But I've tried wearing other hijabs, like, mashallah, I do love the style. But I don't know, I've always just been so, like, this has always been my favourite one. Even when I buy other ones, I'll wear it for like a day and I'll be like, it's not as comfortable, my other one back. Because I'm just so used to wearing it now. And I haven't really tried any other styles. Like, if you see my videos, the first video I made, I'm wearing this hijab. Like, this is just what I just wear this hijab.
I ask because I think like a lot of the time people will go in like the comment sections of people's videos or on their pictures on Instagram or whatever and be like, oh, that's not hijab, that's not hijab.
Yeah.
And it frightens me because I feel like they're pushing that person away from maybe taking the steps to improve it later, because it's like, oh, well, if this isn't hijab, then what's the point of wearing it? And they might just, take it off. And I think like it's such a journey. Like, I don't think anyone can judge it unless they've been on that hijab journey, because it's a struggle, and I'm not going to lie and tell people it's easy. It isn't. But it becomes part of your identity. It becomes part of your routine. And like for me, I have nightmares that I leave the house without wearing a hijab. Like, I forget I'm a hijabi in that. And then I go out of the house and people look at me and I go like, oh my God, I'm not wearing a hijab.
Yeah, I've had some of it.
It's like the hijabi equivalent to like going out without pants on or something. That's like how it feels inside. And I mean, there's been a couple of times where probably I went to the door and then whoever I'm with is like, you're not wearing your hijab. I'm like, oh my God, I'm not wearing a hijab.
Yeah. That does happen. And building on what you said about the sisters, especially on social media, and you see comments on their profile saying like, you're doing this wrong, or this hijab is this way, it shouldn't be like this. And it does dishearten you, because there's this one sister I see all the time. People send us such negative things because she shows her neck. And you know what, like, I'm not a scholar. I'm not going to sit here and say whether it's permissible to show your neck or not. But the fact that she received so much hate over it is so sad, because she's on that journey. She's a convert. She's on that journey. And the fact that she like is even putting on in the first place, like, mashallah, she's trying.
Yeah.
And if you're going to guide people, guide them. Don't just comment. Commenting on someone's pictures is not going to guide someone. Because you're just a random profile picture. Most of the time, we don't even have profile pictures of our faces. It's just random things. It's just like a lion appearing up on your Instagram saying, you need to cover your neck. And no one's going to look at that and be like, oh, the lion's telling me to cover my neck. Like, I need to cover my neck. You know what I mean? It just doesn't help. And it's actually more likely going to stop her, because she now knows that if she puts it on, that everyone's going to think they can just tell her what to do. It's only from Allah is the person that guides us. We can't just like these people, they don't really have a right to be like this is what you got to do, this is what you got to do.
So maybe saying like more constructive things like mashallah, like you're trying, or like, encouraging them instead of just like, you shouldn't be doing this.
And if someone's doing something wrong, I always feel like social media is not the best way to approach someone. But if you are, inboxing is better. Because to comment someone is to publicly shame. I see as publicly shaming, which is not right. Because it's ruining someone's reputation.
Well, actually, in Islam, this isn't right. If you see something wrong, you're supposed to approach them privately. You're not supposed to publicly like shame them and be like, no hijab for you.
Exactly. Yeah, I see people sometimes say things like, why do you even wear hijab? Like, if you're going to wear it like that, what's the point in wearing it?
Yeah, like that's not going to encourage anyone to continue. What is that?
What? You're trying to take people backwards instead of forwards.
Yeah, I agree. I think we need to be a bit kinder, a bit less judgmental, and a bit more understanding that everyone has their own struggle. Everyone's deen has their own difficulties. I've got my weaknesses. I've got my sins that I'm susceptible to.
Of course.
And, these girls, it might be that. And we live in this age where they force us to want to be pretty and stylish and fit in with the Western culture. It's not easy. It's a battle. And I always say, like, people say, like, mashallah, you're a revert. You changed your whole life to become Muslim. But I think nowadays everyone has to pick to be Muslim. I feel like everyone is a revert nowadays because the dunya is so enticing.
Of course.